Hi everyone, welcome to BurgBoys. I'm Max.
I'm Terence.
And this is your weekly dive into the most interesting news with our reaction and takes on what's happening. Yeah.
So Max, in previous video we talked about how our year has been.
Correct.
So maybe just a quick summary, like for you, like how your year for 2025 went. Where are the spikes? Where was just average, and where you thought was like was like lackluster.
Yeah. So for context for the viewers, the spikes I would say is, the other stuff I did, things I did on a personal basis, right? So that could be my trekking, my boxing match, whatever, and obviously BurgBoys. And then my relationship with my guy friends has been very, very positive, very actually helpful. On average wise, I would say my relationship with the females, my career, which is, maybe perhaps after a bit of internalization. And then also below average, I would say is my portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So I think in summary, I give my year a score of 7 out of 10 with some space to improve. How about you?
Yeah, I also gave my year 7 out of 10. I think my spikes probably came because this year was a big milestone from my personal relationship.
Correct.
Right, I got formally ROM'd, the process of getting a house, etc. So I think that's a spike. I think portfolio-wise, also very satisfied with the year.
Yes.
Because I'm a bit more diversified, so obviously wrote different teams.
Yep.
Average-wise, I also say career. This year, nothing, no big stepped up. Did a couple of projects, went well, but other than that, quite a typical year.
Yep.
I would say below average probably it's the opposite from you, which I'm quite jealous. Some of the hobbies stuff.
Yeah.
Felt like the other things this year took precedent. I also think could be because of the responsibility and age as well.
Correct.
There's only so much energy. Yeah,
exactly.
But certainly, actually, how you summarize your year just now in the previous video, I think it's very it encapsulates my perspective of you this year, really. Because when you say your spikes this year are your others, I think that's how you also generally articulated yourself as well. Right, fitness arc, going on like the trip to Kyrgyzstan.
Correct.
Also, the boxing thing was such a big theme leading up to it.
Exactly.
Because even though the boxing match was one day, right?
Yeah.
There's always a whole lead up of training for it.
Correct.
So yeah, I think definitely this year will also be a memorable from a personal development standpoint, regardless whether, of course, how the year ended from a tangible outcome standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like the intangibles for me was perhaps more memorable and perhaps more lasting impact, right? I mean, in my view, right? For me, right? Because I think for me, when I took those steps to make all these decisions, it wasn't a very easy or very simple kind of move, right? It took intentionality, which is something I wanted myself to focus a bit more on for this year, right? So I think that's definitely something that I did, and I'm quite happy that I did also. So like I mentioned in the earlier video, I do hope to carry this into the next year as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about resolutions for 2026?
Yes.
Well, I think we have 4 key. We stick to the same 4 key themes, right?
4 key
we
themes.
Shouldn't force ourselves to have a resolution if, let's say, this area is not something that you want to have a spike. This year. So we can just say that the resolution can say that no, I don't have a strong resolution on this. This is how I think about this. Right?
I already know what area I don't want to spike in. I'm okay with it being that way, which is like relationship with females. I'm already okay how it is.
No, but maybe you have a number.
No numbers, no targets. The best way is to be casual about it.
No, I know recently you keep playing this song out quite a lot.
Which song?
Shan Hu Hai. Okay, let's move on from it.
Next topic. So maybe career-wise, Terence, maybe this time we can kick it off. Like, what kind of resolutions you have?
Honestly, next year will be quite a busy year for me.
Yes.
So career-wise, I mean, also in my level of the firm, I don't think there's going to be a big level change next year. So I hope to, as long stay on track in my career. And if there are new opportunities come up, then I'll take it lah. But other than that, I won't say this is an area where I have very strong resolutions. I hope to keep on, doing what I need to do, delivering. But there's no there's no strong ambition, or I don't see a platform right now to really over-index my mind on fast tracking.
Fair.
Because it's just how the economy is, the setup is. I feel like it's more opportunistic at this point in time, and to worry and over-index on worrying or trying to engineer something is
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Yes, but doesn't mean I don't give my best effort. It's just you just have to be opportunistic, and that's how I describe my setup right now.
Agree.
So, yeah.
I think for me, so I guess for you, you don't mind it being a bit more same status quo. But I guess for me, I do want to put some effort into it, right? I think for next year, there's many scenarios how the career can turn out. But regardless, I think on principle basis, I do feel I need to kind of return to my prime.
Okay, I think for you, maybe, sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, please.
But I think because, like you say, since it's so important, right? Let's be specific in terms of like what could be good looks like, and then when you do reflections of 2026, meaning like, what's the specific outcome that then you say I'll give myself a good rating, because of course you say there are different opportunities that would all lead to a good outcome, but perhaps maybe you can share with the audience here what are like the 2-3 potential opportunities that let's say you fulfill, then in the end of 2026 you say that, hey, I've done well.
Yeah, no, that's a very good question, and I think it's actually something I haven't really thought through yet, right? To be very honest in detail, but I would say
we can discuss it now. Actually, I mean,
yeah, for sure. So I think for me a very good outcome, right, is that actually I get to pivot into an industry where I'm very passionate about, right, and that, to be honest, is something more outbound, right? So in terms of, let's say, maybe sales, partnerships, all this kind of stuff is on my list, or I can go into something that is more like crypto, right? I mean, that's always my number one, my core. So for me, these two aspects, if I'm able to somehow pivot there, to me, right, and also excel there, right, not just enter, right, I think the battle starts once you get in, especially for these kind of firms where you're a walking P&L, etc. So I think for me, also be able to excel there and perform decently well, right? Obviously there's going to be some acclimatizing I need to get to. I'll be quite satisfied with that outcome. So that's one, that I'll give myself an above average rating for career. Number two is also, I guess, I'm also happy where I am, right? So I guess another good outcome is the fact that I kind of get back on my horse, my workhorse rate, right? So I kind of get it back into the rhythm that I used to have established prior as well. I think for me, not just getting back, I think getting back to rhythm is easy for me, but it's more about me being comfortable with getting back there, being sustainable in that rhythm. It's something that I need to figure out a bit.
Yeah, I just commenting, of course. I mean, you're okay if I comment, right? I think first one for sure, right? I think that is more tangible.
Yes.
I think second, but perhaps what you're alluding to for me when I observe is probably, I think it's less for you. It's not because clearly if let's say today you be consistent in your hobbies, whatever, right? It's not a consistency problem. You know what I mean? It's, for me, I feel it's more of a mindset. Like whether your mind is in it, like you see whether you're in it from side, like you're bought in. I feel like to the second point is more how you want to convince yourself that this is worth it, because ultimately, if today you don't think it's worth it, there's no amount of consistency that you're going to bring yourself, because you will just see it as because even you don't you can be bought in a concept of just from a tangible reward standpoint, but 100%. if that doesn't even attract you, there's nothing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely true. So that's such a good point also. I think maybe on a deeper level, it's about how my mental model in this, right?
Yeah.
Like in this scenario, what's my mental model? How I'm going to approach it? How I'm going to incentivize myself, right? And I need to these are some questions I need to ask myself also, right? Moving to next year to figure out. And then the end result is actually that consistency. But before that, there's like what you said, there's actually an additional step. How am I going to frame this moving forward? How I'm going to think about it. It's things I need to answer for myself.
Okay, so we just discussed. So I think let's all summarize all our resolutions for each part in one line.
Yes.
So I'll summarize first. So the summary is that I would like to stay on track, but with being open-minded and being opportunistic about new opportunities, basically.
Yep.
So that's how I view career.
Yep.
You?
For me, summarizing, number one, I'm able to pivot into something I truly want to work in. That's number one. Number two, on a principle basis, I need to rethink about my mental model, how I view work, how I incentivize myself to keep myself be more consistent and perform better. So that's
fair enough. So that will score you well if you fulfill that two aspects. So same as me, if as long as I can keep myself on track, I hope if any new opportunity comes, I make sure I capitalize.
Agree.
That will be for me a good year.
Yeah.
Relationships. How about you go first on this one? I think that there are two parts, right? How you break it up.
Yeah, actually, for me, I think like I mentioned a bit earlier, I'm very happy to stay constant. So I think to give some elaboration, I think for me with my guy friends, right, I still want to maintain the level of trust and dependency where, you know, I can tell them what's going, they can call me out, I can call them out. Very happy with that. You know, you be honest with me, and that kind of transparency with my guy friends, I'm very happy. I'm happy to keep that circle small the way the size it is. With the female side, perhaps maybe right now I'm not in any rush to settle down. I'm not in any rush to find, you know, maybe perhaps a long-term partner, right? So I think for me also, when maybe the person comes, I will know that this is the one, you know, or like I will feel it lah, right? I always mention I'm a more emotional kind of guy. So yeah, so for me, no rush here, nothing I want to change that much. So yeah, I'm happy to keep it status quo.
For me, I think next year would be I guess a milestone for me from a personal relationship standpoint. I'm formally getting married, right? And also moving in with my partner in January. So a lot of changes. So I think I heard from friends who
7 more days out, Terence.
so I hear from friends who I guess they are more advanced in their life stage, right? Not in terms of age, but in terms of just like life stage, right? You know, for more formality stuff. They mentioned that sometimes there'll be more friction points.
Correct.
So I hope to at least you know, have less friction points. Hopefully our relationship continues to deepen. So I think obviously it will be a key priority, right? Because it won't be nice if you have all this format, you have all these big things coming up, and then actually it results in, you know, more of that will be honestly such a downer.
Correct.
Second thing I think on friendship and relationships, right? So this has been a conundrum because I think I struggle a lot because of the I think the job that we take as also the sector that I cover.
Yep.
Like traveling seems to be more and more of a constant.
Yes.
I would ideally at least like to increase the number of interactions, or at least you know, do more sports. You know, like go back to at least some semblance of of like you know, like more regular catch up with some of my circle of friends. Of course, I'm noting that they also have their own phase of life, so it's not like they can meet me as well.
Correct. But I also feel that once you do that also, I'm not saying your quality of life is not there yet, but I'm saying that you're obviously, I think you will view some marked improvement lah, you know, overall.
Correct.
It's nice to catch up with your old brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And you would always tell me how many soccer medals you had at home, you know, all this kind of stuff. So, you know, going back, go cage, you know, whatever, that'd be good.
So that'd be really nice. So maybe let's just summarize also. So for me, I think I have more from a resolution from like with my partner resolution. So I would ideally like to hopefully like a smooth moving in process, a smooth I guess marriage, I guess, and lead up to it, and also post it when we do a honeymoon. So looking forward to 2026 for sure to get through all these key milestones. Friendship wise, as long as there's a marked improvement from 2025. Any sort of incremental, I think for me, you consider
a win lah, right? Yeah, for sure. For me, I think I want to maintain, especially with my friendships, right, with my guys and even my sisters, right. I hope to be, you know, similar kind of bond, right. And then for the female side, happy how it is, right. I think for me, I'm not someone that can deliberately or intentionally rush things. So I'll take it as it is, and you know, whatever fate has in store for me, I'll face it head on lah. So I'm happy.
So what about
I know there's something stupid coming up. What about what?
Who inspired you to like to sing Shan Hu Hai?
Nobody inspired me in that song, bro. I don't even sing it when I go karaoke, bro.
Okay, fine. What about portfolio then?
Yes,
should I go first, or since
you should go first.
For me, every year I kind of try to mental model. You know, I always feel like if I can make more than 8% a year, I would say it's considered a good year. So it's 8% is not beating the market. Even though like sometimes you pick stocks, you should at least be above 8%, right? So but I'll say a good year generally, I'll give myself above 5 year if let's say I am above 8%. Because I always feel like you can steadily compound 8%, right? You basically you definitely be wealthy at some point. So my goal for this year is not different from other years. I would like to beat this 8%.
Beat this 8%, right? I think for me, I think there's a few things, right? Maybe not really in terms of how I'm investing, but I want to take more ownership, more intentionality, right? What I mean by that is, you know, even in my crypto investments, right? I would say compared to last time, I'm very passive now. So what I mean by that is I just, I look at some of the major ones and then like that. But actually, I feel like last time I was maybe even better because I used to be very in-depth, in how I look at things. And I think now with greater knowledge, greater frameworks, I can actually be more critical and more deliberate about the investments I choose in. So I think I want to incorporate that a bit more next year, be a bit more active in how I invest rather than the way I am now, right? And actually not just like have my own kind of thinking and thesis about certain things, right? Like for example, hyperliquid's case. So I kind of wanna push that further a bit lah. I think I've been a bit too relaxed on this front. So something I want to improve. So how I would demarcate myself as a win for next year is that fact that I'm proud of the way the choices I made.
So you're proud of the process. You focus more on the process rather than really the outcomes.
Correct. Because I think having a good process will have decent outcomes, right?
Over the long term, yeah. Fair enough.
So I want to have more process, more frameworks for myself, especially when it comes to investing. Yeah.
So for you, I guess to summarize for you, this year is all about making sure you set the right hygienes.
Correct.
Processes.
Very well said. So
portfolio.
Good summary. Yeah. Better hygienes for myself overall. And that's how I consider a win for 2026.
My side, I think it's something out of my control, but I would still like to set because I mean, if you're not getting the right outcome, everyone's getting the right outcome. Then
something's wrong.
So I would like a year that is 8% or more. So, of course, if it's like this year, it'll be even better.
Next year, you'll be 18%, bro. After Ethereum hit 11k USD.
No, if it's 18%, yeah, I think I'm okay with my career.
That's true.
I feel like I reach a point where, but I feel like every year if you give me 2-3% more, I'm okay to take it. I'm more and more like okay, my career, okay, you don't really need.
No.
So, but anyway, that's where we are. Okay, on the other side of things, this is where you have some freedom. Like, what are some of the other goals that you set for yourself beyond some of the more tangible ones?
Yeah, actually, for others, right, I want to get my body in more better shape also.
Like what? You want to manhunt shit?
No, I feel like my cardio is fine. Debatable, right? A lot of people don't because they never see me train, so they always think like, "Yeah, cardio not good. You're kind of good." Hey, my cardio is insane. So okay, my cardio, but I kind of want to manage my diet a bit better. So at least the first half of next year, get in better shape. I think Socrates say what? What did Socrates say? No man should die without seeing the power your body can give. Don't quote me on that, but basically, I kind of want to get in better shape also. So I think for me, physically, that's what I want to do. In terms of activities wise, right? As you guys can tell, I did a lot of solo stuff, right? Boxing, trekking, whatever. Kind of want to be more intentional in trying new things that are more group wise. I don't know, maybe skiing, maybe more other stuff. So these are kind of the ideas I want to kind of get more
specific.
No, I haven't thought about it to be honest. But
specific.
The fundamental is more group based activities, like sharing the joy. Because I realized something, right? And maybe this can be for another video. But when I go for treks and stuff, I always tell you the mountains are beautiful, you'll get peace, meditate. But the memories you make is actually the people you meet along the way.
Yeah.
So for me, there's this very famous YouTube video. I'm a bit going off a tangent, but this called, the solution is not a house in the farm, a house in the forest, right?
Yeah.
It's actually the people you meet that actually really make that event special, right? So I mean, for example, even with BurgBoys, I didn't do it if there was someone else. It'd be a very different vibe. So I think it's the people that you do things with that are very important. So I kind of want to do more communal stuff.
Yeah. For me, I think on the other side, I think there's one very specific. I want to be consistent in getting in shape.
Yep.
So two aspects. One is I've been talking to you a lot. I want to increase my lifts.
Yeah, your squat already beat me, sir.
I want to increase my lifts, and secondly also just in general better health, better shape. Because there are a few times this year that I felt ill also, and sometimes it surprised me that because I always saw myself as quite fit, right? But increasingly, I don't know, because of late nights work, traveling. Sometimes I notice that I get viral infection more easily this year, and just want to make sure that at least not only fitness is also not only about just strength and stamina, right? It's also not falling sick, right?
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about supplements that we take, right? This kind of stuff so important. Yeah. So you want to hit what? What's your bench, deadlift, and squat target?
Bench, I would like to hit 100 kilos.
Almost there already. Okay then.
Overhead press.
Wow.
Maybe 60.
So some context, right? So Terence every day texts me that his idol is the physical Asia, Toy. His shoulder the size of our head.
But I don't take any growth hormones.
Yeah, you don't take any growth.
Very hard, very hard.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Deadlift, I think if I get to 120 is possible. I think 120 is within reach, but if I ideal state, because I think deadlift and squat, ideal state probably deadlift 140. And then squat maybe I'll say with my knees 120.
Yeah. And for your weight, that's very, very, very good.
Yeah. So ideally, but let's see where we go. Where we get to, because honestly, it's the good thing is in the gym in where I'm going to in Manila. Where I'm based a lot. I'm going to base a lot the first quarter. There's the gym has like a free rack squat rack. So it's easy to be consistent also, because
fair.
You're alone, you're nothing much to do, so every day you just work out lah.
Correct. High protein diet.
Yeah. So you don't come to Manila.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all our resolutions, right? And I think maybe this might change as we go into the year. But I think these are some.
Keep us honest. Maybe when we if even for our BurgBoys, my goal for BurgBoys on the other side is hopefully we can do this for one more year.
That's 100%.
Let's just not even think so far ahead. We can do this the rest of 2026, and we can get to another Reflections 2026.
That would be.
I'll say that'll be a win.
For sure.
I don't really have a big goal from subscriber count. I think it will come.
It'll come like when it comes,
Yeah. I mean, so I'm not too bothered. But I think actually doing this is quite nice because it gives us a catalogue to revisit down the line as well.
I feel like people don't spend enough time thinking back, reflecting, taking stock of where they are. You know what I'm saying? So this is also a good opportunity for us.
I really, one of the things I respect you a lot, and I give you credit for it, is to be super open and reflective about, for example, some of the things that you mentioned today in the previous video on we talk about career. I think it takes a lot of courage to acknowledge, and rather than try to run away, because we always talk about it, right? You shouldn't be running away from some things. But it's better just to acknowledge, because it could be not your fault also, right? So but the fact that you can acknowledge, okay, this is what went wrong, this is what done wrong, I think is very respectable.
And also I appreciate you saying that, but I also feel like, for me, I'm still self-critical in a sense where also I acknowledge also, then I must also force myself to take action. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I already recognize the problem. Then the next step for me is to, okay, what are you going to do about it, right? So I need to also figure that out. I'll definitely figure it out. You know me, I'm an action-oriented guy, so I'll think about it, and we'll come to it lah.
Yeah. So with that,
or maybe I'll do one more Muay Thai fight next year.
So maybe a summary of just to summarize all the what you just said.
Yeah, summary is career-wise, I want to have a better mental model, right? Investing-wise, portfolio-wise, I want
how you rank across all this
process.
1, 2, 3, 4. You don't just talk about spikes. So even now at macro level, I'm sure some more important than the others.
Yeah.
So how do you see spikes, things that your resolution in your average, and then some of you're happy if you hit, it's like you're happy that you don't.
I think for me, quite important to hit is actually career-wise, both path, right? Because I think doesn't matter where you do your job.
So it's a year of career for you, 2026.
More of my mental state.
Mental state.
Yeah, correct. I think I can do the job no matter what, right? It's not a question of that. It's more about how I think about it. I think for me, the grass is never always greener on the other side, right? It doesn't matter what the situation is. I need to have a proper way to approach this, right? Something to reflect on, right? And then I think number 2, to be fair, okay, I don't know, maybe that's a bit contradictory, but for example, investing wise, I'm not too hurt or affected if it doesn't work out, right?
I will be.
Yeah. I mean, for me, if I don't have the process, the process part, right? Because I think for me, it's I don't know, see how I allocate my energy better, right? My time, right? So I think for me, that one is half. For friends wise, it's very important to me to maintain that, because to me, I'm a social guy, right? So for me, getting that good bond energy for me is very important. So that one also I must make sure it's good. So career and relationship is very important. Then portfolio wise, around there, others I don't see any change there.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, where I like to when a core resolution, I'll call it.
Yeah.
What's core versus non-core, right?
Yeah, core versus non-core.
So core, I would say to me would probably be because it's going to be a big year for me. It's going to be a memorable year for me. I'm probably getting married, so personal relationships, I would at least like it ideally to be smooth this year.
Yes.
Portfolio for me is always core, right? I think it's something that I think about a lot, so important. I won't say non-core, probably is not the right word, but career, I just, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's important, but I think that I think I've reached a point in a level also where certain things are out of my control. So
Yes.
right, you know, when you're more junior, you can like chong the Excel, PowerPoint, make it look good. But you reach a point whereby you do the Excel, PowerPoint, no one gives a shit. No one cares as much, right?
At your level, the systems you're put in matter more than the work.
Yeah. So, that's that. I think the others, I would say it's a non-core lah. I mean, I think it's important, but the reality is that there are more important things.
Correct.
But it's more like it's nice. But yeah, I want to be more healthy, like just in general. But it's a non-core for me.
Yeah.
So hopefully, when we reflect, ideally is that we can improve the score lah. I mean,
Yeah,
this year we all
for
both
sure.
gave 7. Hopefully,
Next year.
2026, I would like to give myself at least a 7.5.
Yeah. Even if it's a 7.25, I'm happy. You know.
Yeah, just incrementally in a better man. Because I think as long as you keep all this, your headspace will be better. So
Actually, next year we should do high rocks.
yeah, we should.
I said I want to do more communal stuff for my others, man. Then we do together. We both shredded. Top 5, bro.
Yeah.
Your wife down there cheering. I don't know who will be cheering for me, lah, but somehow they will be cheering for me.
It's always different people cheering.
They take turn.
Every
station.
We should call me lah. It's just for me, it's hard because sometimes I'm not here.
Yeah, okay lah. We see lah when you're free.
Yeah.
Somehow based on our fitness level, shouldn't need too much prep time.
Okay. One more thing. I think just as a final.
Go ahead.
I think I would like also to be more intentional with BurgBoys also, because I think we skipped a lot when I was in Manila. I think we need to find a way to be consistent with that.
Agree.
And because the reality is the news happens like regularly, right? You cannot just say, hey, 1 week I do 5 videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work that way because you don't have. There's no 5 hot news out there for you to react into as well. So
we kind of have to have a bit more strategic about it lah.
but to wrap things up, I think it has been a good 2 videos. I think reflection.
Yes.
And,
Very happy about these 2.
And let's see 2026 whether we can get to a milestone.
It might be my favorite of these 2, to be honest. Yeah, good video.
Alright then, I think that's all
Alright guys,
for today.
thanks for listening. Drop your comments below. What's your New Year resolution? Blah,
Okay.
blah, blah. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
take care. Bye bye.